Hey, YouTube Gundam here. Welcome back to Space Engineers. It's done. So, we all remember this. This is the Centrum. The Centrum Initiative's Huntress class advanced corvette. This is the Guinevere. That game is... There we go. So the Gwen has the two PDCs. There's a coil gun up front and a couple torpedo launchers, which are these. That's just coloring. That's supposed to be a torpedo launcher. Bear that in mind. If you see this blue, that's a torpedo. This blue is just coloring. That'll be important for later. So there's that. Followed by this, which is the, I forget, Tripathia class ship of the line. I'm thinking frigate. I honestly don't know. Good ship. It has the 12 main turrets, those 4 side guns, and the 4 fore and aft guns. No torpedoes or missiles, no other stuff. It has a centrifugal unit there. It has 2 engines fore, 3 engines aft, and you see RCS is there and there. Now for this thing. Oh, and I'm kind of hoping that something like the Soviet Womble space station over there could make an appearance in the Sojourn. As it looks decent enough, it might be able to make an appearance. But as for my ship I'm working on, that. Over 600 meters in length. The Centrum class BattleCruiser carrier. A battle carrier, basically. It lacks heavy armor, but it is better than the Tripathia. However, it makes up for its lack of armor with 2 things: speed and firepower. It also has a decent air wing. First off, the frontal attack of this ship is ridiculous. These are supposed to be retractables, of course. All these guns retracting out or extending out to shoot at you on small turrets. Point defense guns are all over the place. These are to be some sort of heavy cannons, some like big battleship guns, the triple guns there. There aren't very many of those. These 2 there and those 2 back here, and then the same on the bottom. I think the PDC should be able to extend a little and reverse back in a little bit. So, And then the side guns, here you'll see quite a few of them. There's 6 in this fore section and 3 in this rear section. Should be the same as the Tripathia, but that thing has a total of 12, where this has 9 on just one of 4 flanks. So 36 versus 12. More PDCs, as you can see. 4 guns and side guns, duels instead of, or 2 sets per instead of 1. This is supposed to be 2 guns, but so 1 dual gun versus a total of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 there, and then of course there's another there, and there's another back there. These guns here are smaller single cannons, kind of like those, but single guns meant for smaller, faster things like the Gwen, for example. And you can see there's these 7 here with an additional 2 back here, so 36. 36 of those, 36 of those. 82 point defense gun turrets. 82 of these spread around the ship. Quite a few around the Centrifugal Unit, and there's quite a few in the engines as well. I've not counted these things, actually. I'll be right back. Okay, I've counted them. 56. There are 56 of these, what is supposed to be a dual gun turret around the ship, and these are supposed to be duals as well. Space Engineers limitations. Obviously, there you have 16 of the 56 up front here, but that means there's an additional 40 around the ship, with only the 4 there. Don't forget the other side. 2 there, 2 the other side, and the ones in the back. It's obviously the broad side that's nasty. Otherwise, yes, like I said, there's a couple of the bigger guns there. Torpedoes. A pack of 24 torpedoes in the battery here, 24 in a battery there, 12 in the battery there, 12 in a battery there. So 4 12-pack batteries, 4 24-pack batteries of torpedoes. Yeah, that's devastating. Don't forget, the bottom is a complete identical to the top. So it's a perfectly symmetrical ship, unlike the Gwen, but that's okay, it's the Gwen. Now, you've probably seen it, but there are hangars, 4 throughput hangars. I'm just going to open them up. This thing's not maneuverable, isn't it? But again, Space Engineers, and I'm only curious about the looks, not the, yeah. So 4 throughput hangars. I mean, that has 1 throughput hanger, but it's not very big versus this thing. That carries apparently 6 fighters. This, I'm going to say over 100, because these hangars are a little unique. First off, they have something to go all the way back. Actually, this is just for Space Engineers. They have these inner bits that go all the way back to the other hangar, so you can connect and store fighters there as well, of course. And something to go from upper to lower on the inside, along with some storage in here. So, I think a design like that would be nice. Otherwise, yes, the Centrifugal Unit is similar, but significantly bigger. About the same in length, but more in width and height, and there's 2 of them. So, I mean, you can see the size difference between that 5 versus like 11, and yeah, it's just much, much bigger. And there's 2 of them because of a massive crew. Obviously, there's RCS thrusters everywhere. There's larger units and smaller units around various locations, along with even some here just to aid in moving the ship that way. There's gotta be massive amounts of thrusters on something this big to get it to move. And don't forget point defense around here. All the way in the back, we have the engine bay, which has 6 guns there. I decided to make this stick out because it looks better. I might do that in the front as well, but I do like that thing that sticks out, so I added that here with this gold trim. I thought that looked nice. Maybe those could be extra heat sinks, I don't know, just some color to break that apart a little bit. And all these red bits all over the place are heat sinks. As you can imagine, a ship like this would have enormous heat generation, so it needs enormous heat dissipation capability. That's supposed to be the logo for the Centrum. I believe the Centrum class BattleCruiser carrier or battle carrier would be an extremely rare ship, but I would think they would have built maybe between 6 and 12, and I would love if 1 or more had survived the war. The Centrum devastated from the war, but there is at least 1 of these left. That makes me happy. So, yeah. And I really do think the PDC should be able to attract in 1 or both blocks. Yeah. I'd imagine this thing would have over 100 fighters, so it is like a battle carrier, not just a battle cruiser. And yeah, like I said, very fast. You have the 4 Titan engines up front on either side, so A10 on the back. It's 16, so ridiculously quick, where this only has the 3. Ridiculously quick. It also has these to assist, but they don't really do that much. You know, now that I think about it, they'd probably have a couple more RCS along there, so just to aid. One last change, I'll be right back. Righto, I finished. I decided that there should be forward and rear to tilt it the one other way instead of just the other. So I've added these to help break up the front a little bit. That's something. I've added these to aid a little bit more. None in the midsection here. I figure I already have those. But on the rear, I've added those there, and I've added those there. So something to help spin the ship in that other way. It's not too much, but I imagine it would be enough. I didn't see that on the Tripathia, so and this thing has those engines that can go anywhere. So this thing, I just see those to go left, right, and a roll, not to go up or down. I don't know. So, added those there. So yes, the Centrum class battle carrier, a combo of BattleCruiser and carrier, because it just lacks heavy armor. Though it is armored more than the Tripathia, it's not a battleship. It doesn't have too many big guns, it just has a whole lot of guns. And a nasty broadside and a nasty torpedo bit. So, I figured it'd be hurting. Sure, yeah. I'll upload all of these to Steam Workshop after the 501st Northern Darkness Garrison photo shoot I'm doing tomorrow at Indiana Dunes. See you later.